So boom. No.
Welcome to Karn City, Texas, Cobra fans. We are in for round 2 playoff action. Tonight, your Industrial Cobras take on the Lytle Pirates, I believe.
Lytle Pirates, yeah.
Pirates.
We had to, if you're listening, tell your friends, go to stream 2. We lost our first stream. You can watch the senior videos on the first stream. But,
if you were concerned about missing the pregame, don't worry. There wasn't a whole lot to it. We had national anthem. We're trying to dodge some thunderstorms tonight, trying to get game 1 in here. So it'll be a quick pregame, and Cobras are on the field warming up right now.
Yeah, a little bit. I looked at Lytle. They were 9-1 in district, 19-11 overall for the season, and well.
We're going to get things rolling right here tonight. Jace Cheney on the mound for the Cobras. Sam Kurtz catching behind the ditch. Cooper Martin at third. Nick Coots at shortstop. Cooper Francis second. Major LaRue at first. In the outfield, in left field, you got Giannis. You got Warren in center and Easton LaRue in right. Colin Wood, number 8, leading off for the Pirates. He is their left fielder. And Cheney delivers the first pitch. Wood able to just foul it off. Fastball gets by him. A little late on that cut.
Be strike 1.
Easy way, strike 1. Lytle going to give the cheer from the dugout. We're going to hear some background noise like being at the ballpark tonight, Rob. Cheney's pitch going to stay well above the zone there for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood's going to look at that one. Just missed the top of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. Cobras playing the defense straight up on Wood here. Wind is blowing in a little bit from right field. This one's going to miss. Must have been just off the plate inside. Count's going to run to 3 balls and a strike. Wind was blowing about 12, 15 miles an hour.
Kind of died down now, Wade.
Flags have gone limp. That one's going to pump the strike zone right on the inside corner. Cheney's going to run the count full here to Wood, trying to keep that leadoff runner off of base. That's what the Cobras did a good job of last series, of keeping the Pirates leadoff hitter off the base paths. And he is going to blow a fastball right by Wood, and that is the first strikeout victim for Cheney. That'll bring up the second hitter, the center fielder, number 1, Weston Jackson, for the Pirates.
Hopefully many more to come tonight, right?
This one's going to be a little tougher on the Lytle hitter. It's going to be a lefty-on-lefty matchup, so I would imagine Cheney's curveball is going to come into play here. Jackson going to watch this one miss the zone just a tad low. Jackson got a wide stance. He's very wide open base here, almost doing the splits there in the batter's box. Jackson going to watch this one and look at strike 1. A little bit of delayed call there, but 1 ball, 1 strike is it count.
Yeah, I've always wondered the guys with those wide splits, how they're able to kind of get the power into their swing.
As that Jackson laces one into the power alley, going to get past Giannis. Jackson rounding going to second. Looks like he may be turning for the look at third. He is going to retreat as Kuchler gets a cutoff into Francis. And Lytle in business with a double from their number 2 hole hitter, center fielder Weston Jackson. If this place looks familiar, Cobra fans, Cobras have played here the last 2 years in this round of the playoffs.
And been successul here as well.
That's right. Defeated Poth 2 years ago, and last year knocked off Hallettsville in a thrilling 1-game set.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, it was. Nice game. Always seems like we're dodging storms this time of year, and this year no different. Number 17, Jair Flores, the pitcher, coming in for the Pirates. And Kuchler going to get a hot shot past him there. That's a hit for Flores. It's going to be an RBI. This one rolls to the fence too, and he's looking to dig to third, but he will retreat on the cutoff throw coming in. So trading places on the double. And Lytle strikes first with their first run. That'll bring up cleanup hitter Mason Hill, number 23, the catcher. Hill got his terrible towel. Looks like we're with the Pittsburgh Steelers here in that yellow terrible towel hanging out of his back pocket.
Pirates are very aggressive at the plate tonight so far.
Yep. Yeah, looks like Cheney's pumping a few more fastballs right now. Really hasn't broken off the breaking ball here. We'll see how this goes from here. Lefty on lefty matchup didn't matter a while ago. We got a lefty on righty here. And he is going to lace this one. Hill is late on that fastball Fouls it off to the right side into the screen. No balls and a strike.
Again, Lytle staying very aggressive.
They are.
At the plate.
Swinging early in the count. But, you know, we always talk about hitters hunting fastballs early. That's what they're getting a lot right now. Cheney going to leave this one down in the zone. Missed just under the knees. Count will go even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Flores with a fairly modest lead as Francis comes to check on him from second base. Kuchar going to play behind him there. And slide off. Jace is going to miss again low there. 2 balls and a strike. Martin playing decently close to the line, not trying to give up anything on the left side. Scouting report is that Hill is one of their better hitters. And Hill's going to lace this one into center field. Warren's coming in on it, makes the catch. Ball almost died into that wind, but it's going to be a fly out to center field for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, 2 down now for the Cobras.
2 down, and more importantly, Jackson Flores still sitting at second base. Number 24, Devin Cordova, the first baseman in to bat for the Pirates. Cordova, a right-handed hitter, moves about midway in the box. Tells me they're not really afraid of Cheney's velocity here, but they've been late on a couple swings as well. Cordova going to watch this one sail just outside, able to hold his swing up. Watch that ball sail outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Cheney will miss again for 2 balls, no strikes. That wind that had died down earlier is back.
Kind of coming and going.
That's probably what got Bryce on that last one. It kind of died there for a minute. He was expecting that last ball to carry, and that went just got into that wind that picked up. This one, Cordova's going to watch for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Cheney getting himself back in the count here. Kuchar going to work the runner at second base. Flores and drift back to his position. The curveball he sees for the first time and swings right through it. Does Cordova. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Like that pitch there.
He fed him a heavy dose of fastballs. Kind of thought he might be setting him up for this, and pulls the trigger on that curveball, and Cordova was way out ahead of it. Cheney tries to beat him up high with a 4-seam fastball. Misses. That'll run the count full. We got a base open at first here, but don't want to be putting too many of these Lytle runners on base early in this game.
Not at this point in the game. You're right, Wade.
That curveball is going to get him again, though. Cheney going to have his second strikeout for the 3rd out of the inning. So after 1, Lytle strikes with a pair of doubles. Cobra's coming in to bat. You're watching Cobra Playoff Baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
The best network anywhere, Wade.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. I'm Wade Quebec alongside Rob Bargenbrook.
Evening, folks.
You hadn't figured it out yet. We are on the second broadcast of the night.
We are.
Hopefully
not 3.
Yeah. Cobras coming in to bat. They are the home team tonight. So Major LaRue will lead off the hitting duties for the Cobras. He was 3 for 8 in our last series, playing first base tonight. He will face the pitcher there, Flores, who just had the top half of the inning, helped himself out with a double for their only RBI so far. Flores going to hit the inside corner for strike 1. Major, the leadoff spot, going to time this up. Try to square something up here off of Flores. That one going to miss high. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I like Major being a little bit more patient tonight.
Yeah. LaRue going to watch that one on the inside corner. Looked like he might have been expecting something a little bit more off speed. A little deception, but Flores pumps in the fastball there.
Don't want to chase anything here.
2-strike approach, so he's got to shorten up a little bit, see what he can do with it. LaRue going to swing at this one, miss. That'll be Flores' first strike and the first strikeout and first out of the inning. Cooper Francis also 3 for 8 in the series last week. Need to get some production out of your top part of your lineup here in order for Cobras to generate some runs. So 4 pitches and 1 out. Flores works again here to Francis. Looked like he changed speeds there. Came a little off speed, but Francis going to foul this one back. It's going to land over there in the softball field that's going on. Rob, we had a couple softballs land on the field with us last week.
I know.
We're going to send one over there to softball girls this time.
I tell you what, every place we've been, there's playoff baseball, softball everywhere.
Well, if you got volunteers, you might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. If you're going to work at the concession stand, you might as well get in both.
Get both of them. That's right.
That pitch going to miss high to Francis. That'll even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And you know what the commonality of all the places we've been that's really big now? It's the turf field.
Absolutely. That one going to be down along the bottom. Just barely clips his knees there for strike 2. Count will run to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Francis going to get set, call for time from the umpire and step out here.
Yeah, good job there. Reset.
Yeah. Flores tried to quick pitch him. Flores trying to blow it by these Cobra hitters. It might be a dangerous recipe. One of these Cobra hitters times them up and keeps it going. They are a very good fastball hitting team. Francis going to swing through that, does tip it, but back into the mitt for the second strikeout. 2 outs in the inning, and that brings 3-hole hitter number 3, Nick Kuchler, the shortstop, in for the Cobras.
Batter number 3, Nick Kuchler.
Kuchler going to see this one down in the zone. So Flores doing a good job working that bottom part of the strike zone, getting the call.
Yeah, staying in that bottom part and working that fastball.
Kuchler was 0 for 6 last series, but did get on base twice. He was hit by a pitch and walked once. He is hugging the inside part of that batter's box where he's towing the line right there.
I'm okay with that.
Absolutely. Just get aboard.
Kuchler
going to lace this one, going to flare out to right field. And going to come out of his glove. It is safe.
Ball does come out there.
Single to right field. So any way you can get it. Cobras needed a little bit of help. They get it courtesy of the turf here in Garden City.
Yeah, and that's the second ball hitting the outfield that outfielders for both the Cobras and Pirates thought was going to come to him and then die. Up in that win.
Absolutely.
So something to watch as the game goes on.
Number 20, Sam Kurtz, the catcher, stepping in for the Cobras. Kurtz finished the last series strong. He was 2 for 5 on the series with 2 walks, had 2 ringing doubles in his first 2 at-bats in Game 2 versus Poth. See if he can keep that action going here. He actually picked up a walk last game, too, so it was on base 3 of the 4 times he stepped into the box.
I'll be okay with a double here, Wade.
Yeah, it might give Kuchler a chance to score.
Look like they're going to work in.
Yep. Sam able to check his swing up, and that off-speed pitch is going to miss low.
Looks like they have been watching some film on
They
Sam.
might have seen a little bit of Cobra Sports Network, Rob. Flores going to come set, check the runner, and next pitch is going to miss again low. So hitters count right here. 2 balls, no strikes. Sam's going to look to time up something.
Try to time up that
hard to play.
fastball if it's coming.
Absolutely. Like you said, though, he may not be coming in this at bat, knowing what he did last at bat. Off speed again, Rob. So Florida's not afraid to go to the off speed here with Sam, trying to be careful. 2 down in the inning, you're going to try to limit damage.
The old 3-0 no-go right down Broadway?
I think so. This early in the game, you don't want to help Lytle out as they can. The other thing is, Florida's been really efficient to this point. You want to run his pitch count up a little bit. This fastball going to split the heart of the plate, and Kurt's going to look at his first strike. So 3 balls and a strike. Kuchler on first. Modest lead here.
If he doesn't want to walk him, he's going to have to come at him on this pitch or the next one, Wade.
Yeah, that one's low. Misses low. Wow.
That looked a little low to me.
Yeah, Sam was about to toss his bat, but he held in there. I don't know whether Blue made the call or what, but he's delaying the strike call. Sam was convinced it was a ball, about to throw his bat, but then held on to it. So full count here. Runners going. And Kurt's going to swing through the fastball and miss. So Flores strikes out the side, faces only 4 hitters, and after one, Lytle's going to lead this one by a score of 1-0.
And we'll be headed to the top of the second. Won't be running commercials due to UIL regulations, so we'll just be going quiet for a while. We do have a couple things we'll bring to your attention later on in the night. You're watching Cobra Baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
That's network anyway.
Up to bat for Lytle.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. Lytle Pirates coming in to bat here in the top of the second inning. Shortstop number 6, Toby Davila, in to hit for the Pirates. Jace Cheney in his second inning of work. 2 strikeouts in the first inning, but gave up a pair of doubles.
Again, that wide stance.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to help them cut down on their movement as Cheney pumps in strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. It's going to cut down on their movement a little bit, so they're not going to struggle quite as much with speed. Their lower half's going to be set. Cheney going to drop a breaking ball in there, just fooled him. So Davila quickly down 0-2. Cheney working quickly here in the second inning. Cheney gets one off of Cheney there. Not able to snag it. And Davila has a single, laces it right back up the middle. So
I think all 3 their hits tonight have been right back up the middle.
Yep, right back up the middle or in that left center power alley. That's going to bring the second baseman, Damian Barco, in for the Pirates, number 3. Leadoff runner gets aboard this time after the single. Cheney working now to the 7, 8, 9 hitters. And Barco fouls this one off the right side, going to get out of play for strike 1.
Yeah, the guy on first got a big lead, then backed up there.
Yeah, with that.
When Cheney came set.
Yeah, with that left-handed pitcher, always get a big aggressive lead. You retreat back to the bag with your first step, always just gives you a chance to steal a base. As Cheney's going to go over there and check on him. Looked like Davila paused there as Cheney's leg raised. He might have been thinking about advancing on that one. Davila going to cut back his lead just a little bit here, get a little bit more on the Jace come set. He's going on this one. Nope. And
Foul ball.
Fouled off there, so it looked like they had a play on. Tried to get the sacrifice. Safety.
I like this strike better.
I do too. So again, second batter in a row. Cheney gets ahead 0-2. See if he can finish Barco off. That will probably take the bunt off. Martin playing one step behind the bag at third. As LaRue is holding on the runner at first.
The runner backs up.
And Davila retreating a little bit as Barco watches this one sail outside for ball one. Cheney still ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I'm okay with him throwing the ball there just to see if they're going to try the same thing or not.
Barco gonna back up on this one, but did not miss by much.
Yeah, I thought that was in there, but
Yeah.
apparently a little too far inside.
Yep. Barco definitely up close to the line there. That's why you would think that ball looked a little more inside. It was. Gonna go, and no throw from the catcher, so he'll advance. Does the Davila on the catcher's indifference, and Barco will go down swinging for Cheney's 3rd strikeout of the night. First out of the inning. Juan Patlan is the 8-hole hitter. He is their 3rd baseman, number 12.
Be ready for bunt, Wade. Be ready for bunt.
Yeah, Martin gonna have to stay back and play his bag over there. So Cheney, left-handed pitcher, will have this side.
He's gonna swing away.
As Hotline gonna lace that one into left field, but Jan with the speed makes up ground quickly.
He made that look easy, buddy.
He learned something from the first inning. He charged hard in on that ball, got the second out of the innings.
The batter's number 9.
2 down. Runner sitting on second, so still in danger with a runner sitting in scoring position. But number 9, Travis Norton, the right fielder, hitting for the Pirates. One thing about the Pirate bats so far, they've been able to time up the fastball. So Cheney going to have to work around, put them in some positions that they can't really square it up towards the middle part of the plate. Norton going to miss on that fastball late.
Yeah, he missed. I think I'd throw that again the way he missed on that one.
Absolutely. I think you can work with this 9-hole hitter, be a little bit more aggressive in the zone here. Not have to be so crafty around him, but you still don't want to leave anything right over the center part of the plate.
No,
where he can drive
work the top, work the bottom. Tries to work the top there, it looked like.
Yeah, Cheney just missed on that fastball, a little bit up above his elbows, and going to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Davila with a pretty decent lead off of second. Kuchler's going to work him on the inside. Treat back to position, and Norton swings at a high pitch. Fooled him badly there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's got to have watched a couple of times Cheney break that curveball off. I think he might have been expecting something up and started those hands, seeing that ball up in the zone. And
thinking it was going to break down.
It wound up being a fastball, not a curveball.
You got to look for that spinning circle. I know it's hard.
It's easy back here behind the net, Rob. I was listening to the broadcast the other day, and Boomer White calling for the A&M game. He said, "Man, the hitters are getting mad at me talking about everything they're doing wrong and how easy it is." He said, "I ain't hit a live baseball in 5 years." Runner goes, and Norton going to strike out.
He's saying foul ball.
Umpire's going to say foul ball. Does hit the bat off of Norton. A little bit of confusion there. It was barely a tip off the end of the bat, but that's what caused it to miss Sam's.
So runners will go back.
Yeah, count's going to stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Norton wasn't sure either. He thought he might have missed it. Norton looks like he might be fighting a little bit of a nosebleed. Might have a little tissue paper there and trying to clog off something. The good thing is they're wearing the black uniforms tonight.
Ain't gonna see it. Ain't gonna see it.
Don't have to have the extra coach, or one of the JV guys doesn't have to give theirs up.
They don't have to give the jersey up. You are now number 10.
Cheney ready to deliver. This one laced into right field. Going to be a chance for an RBI.
Yeah,
Easton LaRue going to chunk it in. Runner is not going to go. Davila stays at third, but does advance only 90 feet away, and the number 9 hole hitter with a single into right field. That's going to bring back to the top of the order Colin Wood, number 8, the left fielder, strikeout victim with Cheney the first time up. He did run a full count on him, so he's seen 6 pitches from Cheney so far. First and third, runner at first, fairly conservative lead. This one going to miss up from Cheney for ball 1. Cheney having to deal with a little traffic on the base paths early, but Lytle's been ready to hit tonight.
Yeah, been aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the runner at first there, Wade.
Yeah. Decent move, but Norton not getting a whole lot over there. Still fiddling with his sliding mitt. He hadn't got the whole thing strapped up there. He's had a pitch and a pickoff move and still hadn't got it all the way strapped up. That one's going to come in there and split the zone for strike one.
I wish I would have come up with the sliding mitt. Think of all the money that's been made on taking an oven mitt and putting a Velcro strap on it.
Took your mama's oven mitt and put a Velcro strap on it. This one's going to miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Two hits so far in the inning. 2 runners left on base here. And this one's going to be fouled off by Wood.
Send that one to the softball field again.
Back in the softball. They're going to get a few souvenirs. I wonder if they're offering the free snow cones over there too.
Maybe.
I
might go get one.
I don't know. This chair's pretty comfortable. I ain't chasing one over there. Runner's going to go from first, and Wood going to strike out for the second time versus Cheney. First time he sees that curveball. 2 strikeouts on the night for Wood, but Cheney gets out of a jam, more importantly, and keeps the Pirates off the board. So after 1.5, Lytle's leading this one by a score of 1-0. Cobra's coming into bat. You're watching Cobra Playoff Baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
Best network anywhere.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. Cobra Playoff Baseball, round 2 action in Karnes City. And number 9, center fielder Bryce Warren steps in. Warren, the 5-hole hitter. Cobra's only sent 4 men to the plate. All 3 outs were via the strikeout. And this one fouled off from Lopez to Warren for strike 1. Another ball sent over there close to the softball field.
Somebody is getting a ton of snow cones or lollipops or something.
Well, they got a little bit of rain here right before we stepped on the field today. So
the ditches were running.
They were. Lopez going to blow this one by Warren here. Quickly down 0-2. Bryce last series 0 for 4, but 2 walks. Generated some traffic on the base paths. And Warren going to swing through this one. Quickly down on 3 pitches. That is 4 outs for the Pirates, and all 4 of them via the strikeout. Easton LaRue stepping in, the right fielder. LaRue had a good defensive play last inning, gets the ball back in on that late signal by the right 9-hole hitter and held the runner at third. So Davila unable to score.
See if Easy can get him a hit here.
Yep. He's going to look at a curveball for ball 1, going to sail well outside. That's one thing about.
I think Lytle watched some film the way they're pitching some of these guys.
Yeah, about Flores here. He's tried to throw some breaking balls here and hadn't really landed them in the zone. This one, Easton going to lace this one up the middle. Cobra's first hit of the evening, a single into center field. And the Cobras are in business with a tying run aboard. Number 12, third baseman Cooper Martin stepping in. Martin 2 for 5 last series with the walks. On base 3 of the 6 times he stepped into the plate. Been a warrior for you in that bottom part of the lineup, kind of get things going here. He's got LaRue aboard, can do some damage here.
I'd see the Cowboy here lasso one over right field.
It sure would be nice to see that right now. Cobra's getting a look here as LaRue's going to get checked on over there at first base, back in plenty of time. I'll tell you what, Easton tagged that fastball, squared it right back up the middle. I like to see Cooper do a little bit of the same. Shortstop playing very deep near the grass. Martin did not go. The check swing called ball 1. Martin was very close.
Yeah.
But he did not break the plane there.
Means he's seeing the ball, right?
Yeah. Flores again with that curveball does not land in the strike zone, but that's part of his plan. Pumping that fastball with as much velocity he's got, probably 82, 83 miles an hour. That curveball looks like something very different. This one's going to clip the inside part of the zone right at the knees. Martin's going to look at strike 1. That'll even account 1 ball, 1 strike.
If they've been watching film, which I think Lytle has, I bet you they don't pitch Cooper inside.
That ball magnet, it's kind of hard. That ball sends a tail to the inside. So right-handed pitcher missing inside, although Flores has been very good tonight. Looks like he's throwing a 4-seam fastball. Doesn't have a lot of run to it. LaRue going to go. The curveball's going to hit the dirt. LaRue's going to be in standing on the pass ball. It's a good job of running right there on a off-speed pitch. So Martin going to have an RBI opportunity here with Easton LaRue sitting at second base.
Try to even this game up with 1 swing.
Yeah, Catcher Hill wants to go out and have a chat with his pitcher Flores. They're going to talk about in case LaRue wants to signal signs in here or anything, talk about protecting it up a little bit. So a preemptive strike mound visit right there.
There you go.
Martin down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Cobras chasing 1-0 lead by the Pirates. This one, another curveball. Gonna fool Martin again. So 5 outs now, and all 5 via the strikeout. Jace Chaney gonna be the first left-handed batter that Flores is gonna look at. Chaney batting in the 8-hole. Chaney was 2 for 6. A lot of the big production on our offense that drove runs in came from that bottom part of our lineup.
Yeah, so far this playoff, he's had a triple and 2 doubles.
Yeah, they got on. Cooper Martin and Jace Chaney got on ahead of turning the lineup back over to Major LaRue and Cooper Francis, and that helped generate some offense for the Cobras. Chaney going to look at the first pitch, miss low, down around his shins. Had to look up there, Rob. I almost thought that might have been called. So.
I thought he was going to call it, but that was.
Well, quickly, 1 ball, no strikes. LaRue with a pretty decent lead off of second. He's being checked by the shortstop. They're going to back up into their defensive positions. Nobody there. This one, he's going to do an inside move, does Flores, and nobody home. Not sure if they signaled. He kind of glared at his middle infielders like he might have been expecting one of them to come back in there. May have just been checking on LaRue, giving him something to think about, but the defensive players are not going to check on him again. Nobody at home. This one again going to miss low. Nobody yelled from the dugout. May have gotten to Flores' head a little bit. He heard him talking and kind of paused right there before he delivered. Might see the signals be given from the middle infielders here. Change things up a little bit on the rhythm. LaRue going to check the shortstop playing behind him here. Nobody there. And LaRue going to faint like he's going. This one going to miss again. LaRue causing havoc on the base paths, going to advance 90 feet. Now only 90 feet away, and 3 balls, no strikes to the 8-hole hitter, Jace Chaney.
Yeah, you think Chaney's going to be called off here? Yeah, don't strike yet.
I think so. You know, that walk's as good as a hit right here.
It is, sure is. Definitely
The
is.
more base runners you can get aboard, the better off you are.
Let's see if Easton can get a little bit more attention from that pitcher on third.
Yeah, Hill wanted to go out and check with his pitcher again there, see what's going on. I'm not sure if he wasn't expecting that ball, an off-speed pitch, to be down in the dirt right there or what, but having trouble blocking that ball down low. Chaney, 3 ball, no strike count. Flores going to pump this one in on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Chaney still well ahead. Hitter's count here. If he can square something up in the outfield, it'll tie this ball game up. Flores going to check on LaRue, and Chaney going to slap this one to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it, toss it over to first. Ball a little bit inside, but does get Chaney by a step. So 6-3 score it for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Cobra threat is nothing comes of it. So Lytle's going to lead this one by a score of 1-0 after 2 innings. You're watching Cobra playoff baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
Yeah, a little update here for y'all. Attention 2026 senior parents. We're on the hunt for some epic action shots and highlight reels of your Cobra athlete from 2024 to 2025 season. Send us your seniors' most electrifying plays, clutch moments, or game-changing highlights, and include a quick backstory that makes it even more unforgettable. Help us bring energy to the brand new intro video to be played before every CSN broadcast, the best network anywhere,
Absolutely.
in 2025-2026. We will premiere the new video at the kickoff barbecue this August, so don't wait, get them in. Only 2026 seniors, and we'll run the email and stuff at the bottom to contact and send that stuff into. And we'll take a short break here while Jason's warming up.
That's it.
Welcome back, Cobra sports fans, coming from you live, Karn City.
Karn City, Texas. Cobra's second home here. Two wins in the playoff series wins in the last 2 years over here in Karn City.
That's what we need now, 2 wins.
That's it. Cheney in for his second inning of work. He's going to drop a curveball into Jackson, who doubled into left center field his first time up in the first inning and scored the Pirates' only run. Cheney will fall behind. 1 ball, no strikes as the chant comes from the Lytle dugout. This time he's going to clip right below the zone there. Going to run the count 2 balls, no strikes. Jackson, part of first of 2 back-to-back doubles that scored the Pirate run in the first inning. As Cheney paints the outside corner, gets the call, 2 balls and a strike. Jackson, the center fielder for the Pirates. Cheney gonna let this one sail high. Gonna get behind, 3 balls and a strike. So Cheney having a little bit of trouble working behind. Last inning, Pirates were able to get that leadoff runner on, but unable to score. This one gonna be fouled off the left side, gonna get just out of play.
Strike 2.
Strike 2, gonna run the count full here. It's an effective way to do it. It's a pretty good left-on-left matchup here, and Jackson got the best of it the first time. See what Cheney's got in store for him the second time. Wide stance, shorten up, 2-strike approach here. Jackson with a quick bat so far, able to time that fastball up. Cheney gonna drop the strike in and make him watch it.
Yeah.
Cheney's 5th strikeout on the evening and first out of the inning. Keeps the leadoff runner off the base path.
Like that.
Number 17, pitcher Jair Flores in the bat. Like I said, he was the second part of that back-to-back doubles that scored Jackson in the first inning.
Starting with that changeup.
Yeah. Also into left center field there. Yeah, this left on right matchup. Changeup would be a good choice right now. Got to catch him on the bottom part of the zone. That's one of those pitches where you're going to hear a 50-50 call.
Right.
Half the stand's going to be mad, half of them going to be happy.
That's right.
But that's been a strike the last couple innings, so I'd go back to it. This one, Cheney going to nibble down there again, a little bit lower, going to miss the bottom part of the zone. So consistency right there of the umpire. Nice call on both of those there. This one, Flores going to lift this one. Going to be a play there for LaRue on the first base side. He is going to reach over at the last second. Wind almost got him, but pop out to first base for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the catcher, number 23, Mason Hill for the Pirates. Hill had that flare into center field that Bryce Warren had to charge in on at the last second reach for it.
Air killed it up there. The wind feels like here it's died down, but those flags out there are straight left.
I was just about to say the same thing, Rob. Cheney going to drop this curveball in, going to split the plate there for strike 1. Getting to that dangerous part of the evening, too. We're probably a little bit early, but second half of the inning, expect that sky to be hard to find. We're dealing with a few storms in the area. This one going to be pounded into the dirt. Rolls over to Cooper Francis, first base. Toss it over to LaRue. 3 up, 3 down, and Cobras are coming back to bat.
Who we got coming up, Wade?
Coming up for the Cobras in the bottom half of the inning, we got Yanish, LaRue, and Francis.
Sounds like 3 to me.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, Cobra sports fans. Coming from you live, Karn City. Aiden Yanish up to the plate.
I'm Wade Quebec alongside Rob Bargenbrook. And like you said, Jan, left fielder, stepping it in first for the Cobras. Giannis struggled a little bit in the last series, was 0 for 6, looking for his first base appearance.
I think I show bunt right away and see what they do. That way you know what they're going to do later in the game.
Third baseman is creeping in. He's playing on the grass. Took about 4 steps there. Jan going to look. Strike one, going to catch the inside part of the plate. Looked like that ball was going to stay high. Wound up dropping it at the last second. Will had the radar gun on Flores last inning and said he was only hitting about 75s. Jan going to watch this one tail off the plate outside. That'll even account 1 ball, 1 strike.
Keep showing it. Keep working that third baseman.
Yeah. Cobra's trying to get through their first time in the lineup here. Giannis going to reach for that one. Going to wind up foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Going to make the third baseman take a good long run towards home plate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd make him think about charging that hard and
I would too.
Show a slap.
That way you know what's going to happen later in the game if it becomes pivotal.
Yeah. Third baseman's still going to play way up on the grass. Surprise, 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Jan got a foul tip this one back into the mitt for another strikeout. So all but 1 out in this game have come by way of the strikeout. That's a 6-1 on the night for Jair Flores. This time he's going to step back in against the leadoff hitter, number 13, Major LaRue. LaRue struck out in the first inning versus Flores. Expect Flores to ramp the speed back up. He was throwing a little bit harder. This one going to show LaRue a curveball. That's his first breaking ball. He has landed for a strike all night long.
Yeah.
Again, tries to catch LaRue. Wow, that was up over his chest. LaRue does a good job
fighting that off.
Flores had him looking at two straight breaking balls. Actually, I messed myself up. I marked that down as a ball. I had to erase that one. So.
I think everybody thought that was a ball.
Yeah, that wasn't a 50-50. That was about 90-10. LaRue going to lace this one. Going to be trouble. Close to foul territory in left field there by the line. Left fielder does ultimately make the catch. So fly out to left fielder for the second out of the inning. So LaRue with a good 2-strike approach here, but Cooper Francis going to step to the plate. Nobody on and 2 outs.
With nobody on and 2 outs.
Quick top half of the inning there, Rob.
Yeah.
And
kind of want to stretch this one out.
I know. You want to give Cheney just a little bit more rest to build on that solid performance he had last inning.
Exactly.
Francis saw 5 pitches in his first at bat.
Let's see if we can see 6 this time.
Yeah. Flores seems to be finding the curveball a little bit better in his third inning of work here. Lands that one for a strike. No balls at a strike. Francis going to lace this one back up. Flores finishing over off his left side. Stabs it, tosses over the first baseman for the quick out. 1-3, and Cobras go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base.
Takes us what, top of the 4th now, Wade?
Top of the 4th inning. Cobras trailing 1-0. You're watching Cobra playoff baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
The best network anywhere, especially in Karn City.
That's it.
Pitches.
Welcome back, Cobra sports fans. Varsity baseball, playoff baseball. Karn City, 3rd year in a row?
3rd year in a row. Jace Cheney is going to face number 24, first baseman Devin Cordova for the Pirates. Cordova, a strikeout victim, his first time up. 4 umpires on the field. We're going to wait for the second base umpire to get back into position here. Looked like he had grabbed a quick drink in between innings. Cheney gonna check on him, make sure he's in place, and everybody ready for play. And umpire behind the plate's gonna call him ready to pitch. Cheney gonna break off a good-looking curveball. That curveball started down, and the bottom fell out of it. Cordova swung over the top of it.
A nice-looking pitch right there.
Trying to build on that Pirate lead with one swing there. This one gonna stay close to the line. Major LaRue stabs it for a blue star play, man. Line out to first base, first out of the inning. Again, Cobra's keeping the leadoff runner out.
Perfect.
Cheney looking over and smiling at his first baseman there, but great play by the first baseman. It's gonna be close to being a foul ball there. It was kind of slicing into that wind. Don't know that it would have stayed fair, but
a quick reaction there.
2 pitches and 1 out. Take that all day long. Toby Davila stroked a single to center field in the second inning. He fell behind 0-2, and Cheney let him get away there. He's going to miss with the first pitch here, a ball. Again, misses up. So Cheney goes behind him. 2 balls, no strikes. Davila, the shortstop for the Pirates. He's going to foul this one off. Cheney ramping up velocity here, looking pretty good in his 4th inning of work.
Looks fairly fresh tonight.
He does.
Like his walk-up song, so fresh and so clean.
You know, we talked about it raining earlier. It's not that humid, though. A little bit of north wind blowing in tonight. Not great for hitting, but certainly for the fielders. You know, you're not spending a lot of energy in pregame warm-ups. Not, 95 degrees already and stuff like that.
Turf 110. It feels like we're in an air-conditioned booth again, but we're actually outside tonight, Wade.
They let us outside a little every once in a while, I won't complain about the air-conditioned facilities.
No, I'm not either. But this ain't bad outside tonight.
No, I'll take it all day long. Davila ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count here, and Cheney sends a fastball right down the inside part of the plate, and Davila fouls this one off. He's going to run the count full. That ball goes high off the net. Would have been another ball over there on the softball field if not for this. I don't know. That's 40 foot or more.
Yeah, it's a big net here. I want to see the curveball. What do you think? Oh,
not even competitive with that one. Cheney leaves that one way up high, and the second hitter of the inning does get aboard with 1 down. That'll bring Damian Barco in. Barco struck out in the 2nd inning. His only time to face Cheney tonight.
Think we'll have a bunt situation here?
With 1 down, I don't know. They may be trying to build on it, but bottom part of the order, I would probably imagine they're going to try to work the count here before they show anything. Going to make Cheney come in the strike zone first before they show bunt. Cheney checking on that runner at first, unable to pull the ball back in the zone. Looked like he missed outside with that one. So again, working behind, 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, kind of like the last hitter here, and you try to get back in it now.
I tell you, goes to show you how big that stab was by LaRue at first base on the leadoff hitter. As this one, Barco laces it into center field. Warren gets down on it, holds Barco to a single, but quickly 2 men aboard here after retiring the first hitter of the inning.
I think number 12 last time he flied out to center, didn't he?
Into left field, yeah. Juan Paltan, the 8-hole hitter, number 12, third baseman, in for the Pirates. He flew out to Giannis his first time up. So Kuchler playing even with the hitter, and Paltan swinging out of his shoes with that one. Wow.
You would think we wouldn't be trying to drive it like that here, but
as much trouble as these guys are having with the off-speed stuff, they've really only tagged Jace on his fastballs tonight. I think I'd be throwing a cutter or a sinker or something with a little more movement to it, not letting these guys square this up. I'd be off of 4 seams all night long. Barco going to foul tip this one back into the mitt for strike 2. Quickly down, 0-2 in the count.
Even going to that 2-seam to try to get that tail.
Get a little more run, especially right here against Potline. Not that big of a hitter. Let that 2-seam run on the arm side, get off the plate. Let Potline run out of bat here. And Cheney does look like he comes with something a little bit different. That was probably the changeup there. And that changeup falls into the dirt for ball 1. RBI opportunity here for the Pirate third baseman. Cobra defense playing medium depth. Martin a couple steps behind the bag at third. And this curveball going to be laced into left field. And Davila going to come around from second base and score. So getting production from the bottom of their lineup, a single into left, and Pirates take a 2-0 lead on the Cobras.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a mound visit here. Wait.
Yeah, Coach
Just try
Medina
to calm everybody down, remind them where we're at in the game.
That was the first solid contact by Pot Line on the curveball. It looked like he was sitting at it, knew it was coming. I didn't check the runner at second, see if anything was signaled from second base there, but he looked like he knew he was sitting on the curveball there after missing the fastball.
Yeah, might have to start changing your signs, multiple signs.
And that may be what Coach Medina's talking to him about. Not sure if they did. Like I said, I didn't see anything at second base, but I wasn't checking it right before the pitch. Number 9 hole hitter, number 9, and right fielder. So triple nines there. Travis Norton will step in for the Pirates. Norton was able to reach on a single to right field in the second inning. But Easton LaRue's quick toss back in kept the Pirates off the scoreboard. Again, Norton will step in with an RBI opportunity. Only one out. Cobras can find a way to turn 2 here.
Yeah,
Get
start with a
themselves out of the
changeup, see if you can get a little duck or dink and double play.
Yep. Get him to roll over on something. Lefty on righty matchup. Need to keep something that goes away from the bunt opportunity here. And Norton going to lay this down. They're going to let this roll foul. They need to pick it up. Foul ball going to roll off the line just a little bit, so just barely. Wisely he picks it up when it's in foul territory. So strike one. Excellent bunt though by Norton.
Yeah, good. Just kind of rolled it down that line there.
Yeah. Cheney, the left-handed pitcher, will fall off to this side, so he's got to cover with the runner sitting at second base for. A little bit of confusion waiting on the runners to get back here. Lytle's coach trying to pull a fast one on the Cobras and advances runners cheaply there. So
that's smart heads-up play there if it stays fair.
Yeah, no balls and a strike here. Cheney going to check the runner at second. Kuchler eases in. He's going to retreat back to his defensive position. Again, Norton going to lay this bunt down again and going to fall in no man's land. Norton with his second hit of the night, a single on a bunt down the third baseline. And the bases are loaded. Back to the top of the lineup. Colin Wood in the bat, the left fielder for the Pirates. Wood has struck out both times tonight. He is 0 for 2.
Yeah, only one out, so you can swing away, bunt, do whatever.
Need to cap the damage here. Corners will be coming into the plate for the first out. Cheney throws a breaking ball down. Looked like that one might have been the slider for strike one. Runner's coming here from third. And he's going to get him at third. 2-3. First out is recorded. Or second out, excuse me.
Second out.
On the runner at third base. Going to be a caught stealing. 2 to
Cobra fans excited
5.
about that play.
That's right. That's a big second out of the inning.
Yep.
Runner still at first and second. Cobra's still not out of the woods. Already trailing 2-0 and not able to mount much offensively. But Colin Wood down. No balls and 2 strikes. I didn't see what he called that.
I thought it was a strike.
I'm pretty sure it was, Rob. No balls, 2 strikes as he flashes the count here. I was pretty sure myself, but I saw that runner coming down third. I took my eyes off.
We started looking the other way. Just get him at the plate here and go back to the dugout.
Yeah, trying to get a cheap run with the left-handed pitcher on the mound. Not able to see it. Lifts this one into center field. Does Wood, and going to retire it in center field with Warren. So fly out to number 8, third out of the inning. Pirates help the Cobras defensively by trying to get a cheap run by sending that runner from third. But do pick up an extra run. Cobras are trailing this one by a score of 2-0 coming into bat in the bottom half of the fourth.
Yep, got to get those runners on. Wade.
Absolutely, Rob. You're watching Cobra Playoff Baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
Best network anywhere.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. Nick Kuchler stepping into the plate for the Cobras. Kuchler 1 for 1. He singled up the middle last time.
A little high.
Just a little bit up out of the zone. Jair Flores tries to come with a breaking ball, going to leave it way high. Kuchler going to watch ball 1 sail over his head.
Hard hit ball to
Hard
center.
hit ball, going to be a play from shortstop. Shortstop flips it over, gets Kuchler by a couple of steps. A 6-3, and the first out of the 4th inning recorded. Only good news this time, though, not strike it out quite as many times. The second time through the order, they're getting a better look at Flores.
Making contact.
4-hole hitter Sam Kurtz, the catcher.
I'd be surprised if Sam gets a fastball based on last time.
I think they had him looking. Sam struck out in his first time up, but did see 6 pitches from Flores. And Sam on cue, he pumps a fastball in there but misses. Height was good. I didn't see whether that might have been off on the inside part of the plate or away.
It looked away to me, but from our angle up.
Throws him something with a little late break to it, and Sam swings right over the top of it. He was on time, but fooled a little bit with the speed, able to hold his hands back, but swung right over the top of that breaking ball. Again, sees another breaking ball low in the zone, doesn't offer at it, and gets ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Flores proved the first time up he wasn't afraid to throw breaking balls in hitters' counts. This one he'll pump a strike, or fastball down in the lower part of the zone, just clips the bottom of the knees, leaving the count 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If your knees at the white stripes on the socks.
Yeah. Sam going to foul this one off on the breaking ball. So again, he'll see.
I'm always going to be a little biased. Can't help myself.
He'll see a 6th pitch of the at bat for the 2nd straight time. I would not be surprised to see a fastball here, considering how he's pitched him at this point. Going to try to sneak a 4-seamer by him, I would imagine. Sam able to reach out, just tap that one to the Pirate dugout. Got him
6 pitches so far.
Got him swinging.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah, number 7 coming up here. Sam in swing mode here. Got to protect anything close, as the strike zone's been fairly large tonight. Sam going to catch up to this fastball, flare it over the right side, going to get out of play behind the Pirate dugout. And Sam fighting here. A couple of foul balls, and he's looking at his 8th pitch.
Crazy 8.
1 down, batting here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cobras chasing a 2-0 lead from the Pirates. Outfield's playing well off the line and right, so anything down that right field side where Sam's gone a couple of times is going to be extra bases. This one, Flores going to bury down in the dirt. Looked like he might have tried to throw a cutter or something and just didn't get his handle on it. Going to run the count full.
Pitch number 9 coming here.
Sam's seen several of him. They haven't attacked him inside. We'll see where the catcher sets up here. Going to move back outside again. Sam going to lace this one into right field for a single. Nice hit. Second baseman almost jumped up and stabbed that, but Sam able to lift that just over him. And Bryce Warren, the center fielder, struck out his first time up facing Flores in the hit with 1 out, 1 man aboard.
Number 9, Bryce Warren.
If Bryce can get going here. It looks like his fastball's lost a little bit of velo.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's him trying to change his speeds or whether he does run out of juice a little bit that quick. I think they announced 42 pitches at the last inning, so he's sitting up around close to 55, 60 pitches with that last at bat running 10 pitches to Sam, and then only 2 to Kurtz before that. Flores sends ball 1 in. Warren ahead 1-0 on the count as Sam takes his lead off. Very short lead off at first base when Flores checks on him. Like to see maybe a little bit more as Flores going to miss again. That one not even close to even the white on the socks there.
No. That was another fastball, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it, but looks like out of the stretch like that, he's got a little sideways wind up when nobody on, but out of that stretch doesn't appear to have as much velocity. I wasn't paying attention quite as much to his leg lift, and velo that time lifts his leg, but again, missing low, 3 balls, no strikes. All of a sudden, Flores unable to find the strike zone. Catcher's going to call timeout and go talk to his pitcher for a minute. Warren going to run down to third baseline, check with Coach Medina. Sam over there going to carry on a riveting conversation with the first baseman. He's distracting him because he's missing his defensive mound meeting.
There you go. Yeah. Easton's going to go over here and hang out. Now he might go talk to Padilla. No, he changed his mind.
First baseman, got to get his 2 cents in because he was late over there chit-chatting with Sam. Maybe give him some.
Hey, don't forget about me over here.
Kurt's not having a giant lead over there at first base.
Pretty sure Bryce is not going to swing until he sees a strike. He might get a strike here because he's probably called off.
Yeah, right.
Because that puts runners at first and second.
Warren saw nothing but strikes in his first at bat. See nothing but balls so far. Going to look at this one, clip the inside part of the plate, but again, not really split in the middle. Velo was up a little bit in that one. As Flores catches his breath a little bit. Warren going to lift this one, going to be trouble, but shortstop going to settle under it. Record the out. Sam going to retreat back to first base. And Warren has retired F6 for the second out of the inning. That'll bring Easton LaRue. LaRue laced a single up the middle his first time up. He's 1 for 1 on the night.
Going to get a courtesy runner for Kurtz there.
Yeah, that'll be number 11, Weston Krupa, coming in to do the running duties for Kurtz at first base.
Hey, if Easy E can lace another one.
Yep, absolutely.
Kind of pitched him like he did Sam, starting out with like a changeup and curveball last time.
He knew these guys were the engine that kind of generates a lot of the Cobra runs here.
Easton's going to take some time.
Yeah, Easton doesn't look like it. Only a sophomore. Kid's a big, strong kid.
He's really grown up in the last year and a half.
He has. He has. Going to see a curveball in his first at bat. Lifts this one on the first base side. First baseman settling under it. Moves a little bit there at the end, but one pitch and an out there. Like to have that one back. Third out of the inning is recorded, and Cobras go down, leave one man on after one hit. So still trailing 2-0.
You're watching Cobra baseball, playoff baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
Best network anywhere. Sold out for it.
Welcome back, Cobra Sports fans.
Welcome back for Lytle, number 1, Weston.
Here in Carson City, Cobras versus Lytle. Cobras down 2 here. Top of the 5th.
I'm Wade Quebec alongside Rob Bargenbrook. Chase Cheney still in doing the pitching duties for the Cobras. He's facing the center fielder, number 1, Weston Jackson. Jackson will look at ball 1 there. Jackson 1 for 2 on the night. Laced a double into left center his first time up. And struck out to Cheney last time. Cheney falls behind him. This time, though, 2 balls and no strikes.
That wide stance again.
Jackson going to look at that one, paint the outside edge for strike 1. One thing about it, there's been some traffic on the base paths. Lytle actually helping the Cobras out last inning, trying to advance, get caught stealing. Jackson's going to look at that one, a low strike. Again, 50-50 pitch. They're not going to like it, but it's been there all night long. Been called consistently. Jackson now having to come with a 2-strike approach, and he's going to swing this one and fouled off his foot. Going to retreat over here. We're going to get to say hi to Sam
Hey,
Kurtz. He's
Sam.
going to toss the bat ball back. I like to see that loose out of your starting catcher there.
Y'all couldn't hear it. He said, "What's up?"
Always good to have a little fun with these guys. Keep them loose.
I tell you what, it's been fun at baseball the last few years, football the last few years, interacting with these boys.
Cheney going to bring the 2-2 pitch. Jackson lifts this one into the left center gap. Giannis is going to sit back on it. Almost got him. That wind slicing back over his head. Able to catch the ball, though, and retire Jackson for the first out of the inning. Again,
We'll take it.
Leadoff runner out in 4 of the 5 innings so far. That's been a recipe for Cobras trying to keep them off the board. Although in the first inning, they did score the 1 with the leadoff runner being retired.
Doesn't feel like much breeze down here at all, Wade, but them flags are still kicking pretty good up high. We're also kind of blocked by the stand.
This one laced
Another
again
one.
into the power alley. Warren going to run it down, though, so a line out to center field. L8 for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, great job there, tracking that ball dead on.
Off the bat, looked like it was going to be in the power alley with that wind blowing from right to left. Thought it might slice away from Warren a little bit more, but held up just long enough. Warren able to get under it. Didn't even have to dive for it. I was kind of surprised at that one. Off the bat, thought it was going to get down. Mason Hill, 23, the catcher in. He is 0 for 2 on the night. Grounded out to second base his last time up in the third inning. This one from Cheney going to miss low. His arm slot dropped down there. Trying to change the angle on him. Going to look at ball 1. Again, Cheney misses down. 2 balls, no strikes. Needs to come after this guy. Somebody who hasn't really made solid contact against him. He flew out.
Something different here.
Yeah. Hill flew out to center in the first inning. This one going to miss just off the inside part of the plate. Going to fall behind. 3 balls, no strikes. 0-3-0, no go. Especially with your pitcher, quick inning working right here, quickly 2 outs, and Cheney going to miss high. Might have been conceding that one and not wanting to waste any more pitches, but need to keep runners off. Jace will face number 24, Devin Cordova, the first baseman. Cordova lined out on that excellent catch by Major LaRue last inning for the first out. LaRue stabbed up and caught one that was going to be dangerous to get him down the line for extra bases.
Lee Mills.
As you may have heard there on the announcers, Lee Mills, the courtesy runner coming in, number 10 for the Pirates, doing the running for their catcher.
Yeah.
Kurt's out to have a quick word with Cheney.
Probably remind him what happened last time.
Yep, absolutely. Just put it right there where Major can catch it again. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Not do nothing else.
Major this time holding the runner on at first, so he's closer to that line. Cheney going to get a good look and misses outside. So that's 5 straight balls for Cheney.
Looking at a little bit out of room. Get a strike here, probably jump.
Yeah, the courtesy runner over there at first base does not look comfortable. Cheney really doesn't need to worry about him here. You can see he's locked up. His knees are out. He's not going to advance. As Cordova lifts this one, going to be trouble. As Giannis able to secure it.
Made it look easy.
He did. That ball's hanging up a little bit tonight. Retired out into left field for the third inning, and Cobra's coming into bat, but still trailing 2-0. You're watching Cobra playoff baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
Coming to you live from Carn City.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, Cobra sports fans. Cooper Martin coming to the plate.
Martin is 0 for 1 on the night. Struck out in the second inning. Cobras struck out 6 times first time through the order, but have not struck out here in the second time, Rob. Martin looking at 4 pitches his first time through. Fouled a couple of balls off.
Lucky number 5.
Yep. And we just talked about it during the break, but Flores spent most of his warm-up time there working on landing the curveball for a strike. And what does he start Martin with? He got the feel for it. This one going to miss low. And he did land several of those in the warm-up. Like we talked about in the third inning, seemed like he found the feel for that curveball. Didn't land any off-speed before then for a strike. He's landed several of them here this second time. Cooper going to lace this one into right field. Right fielder backs up, then comes in a step, settles under it, and retires Martin for the first out of the inning. F9 recorded. And Jace Cheney.
See if Cheney can help himself here a little bit.
Cheney grounded out for the third out of the second inning to the shortstop.
The batter number 6, Jace.
Got way ahead in the count, 3-0, and then saw 2 straight strikes. The second one he grounded into the dirt to the shortstop. Cheney, the 8-hole hitter, doing a good job on the mound tonight. This will be the 61st pitch, I believe, what they announced 58 at the end of that last inning. So the 61st pitch from Flores is a strike. Cheney going to check this one. A curveball rolls over it, going to second base. Got a little bit of time. Gets Cheney by about 2 steps there, and Cheney going to ground out 4-3 for the second out of the inning. And Aiden Yanish, the 9-hole hitter, struck out this last time up.
With 2 outs and nobody on, the batter number 2, Aiden Yanish.
Yanish stepping in from that 9-hole spot, looking to get on base, generate some action for the Cobra offense. Been fairly stagnant tonight, not a whole lot of base runners. Gonna miss high with this one, ball 1. Flores ramping up the velocity again. Looks like he tries to change speed, not necessarily with different pitches, but can change velocity on his fastball and remain fairly accurate. That one slows that fastball down, pumps it in there for a strike. Evens the count, 1-1. That one gonna miss high, a little chin music for Yanish this time. He did not square around the bunt, but this time, third baseman is playing up near the grass.
Yeah, they put him to work a little bit last time.
That one going to miss high again, so 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, I think you got to call him off here, see if you get the walk, get back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah.
I know it's a little risky, but going full count, but.
Jan swinging on that one just late. He got forward on that front foot, drug the hands through there, and really was late on that fastball. So
got to start just a little bit earlier on that.
Run the count full, pull that knob through first, and barrel something up. This one going to blow past Giannis for strike 3. Cobras go down in order, 3 up, 3 down. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left. Cobras trailing this one by a score of 2-0. Welcome back, Cobra fans. A little Sweet Caroline plays through the speakers
that's a
here.
good one at baseball games.
That is. Gets the crowd going a little bit.
Cheney, what'd they say, 83 pitches on Cheney?
Cheney is at 83. He'll deliver his 84th pitch here to start the 6th inning. Lytle trying to build on their lead. This one lifted in the air to center. Horn runs under it. Nice. everybody watching at home, I don't know if you can see it right there, but you can see Warren in center field. Excellent fundamental baseball because off the bat he dropped his hips, turned his hips and ran over his right side and came back in on that ball. So great job by Bryce. Fundamental baseball. Get behind it.
With 2 more of those and keeping that pitch count down. What do you think, Blake?
Yeah, absolutely. Donnie Barco singled up the middle his last time up. He was a runner caught stealing, trying to advance from third. And Cheney hits the bull with that and hits the mascot. Sends one to the backstop. Just give him something to think about.
Just a little high on that one.
Yeah. That's for all you Bull Durham fans out there. And
he threw that first pitch to get that second strike.
He did it. I tell you what, Marco didn't look real comfortable with his next time in right there. Lefty on righty matchup. Barco going to look at this one. Just misses the top of the zone. So 2 balls and a strike.
Missed somewhere in the zone.
Yeah, Barco struck out his first time facing Cheney in the second inning. Cheney kind of short arming this stuff, working a lot of arm here. Falls behind.
Cheney's not like that baseball.
No, he doesn't.
I want another one.
Yeah, I don't want to throw another one into the net back there. 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count here as Barco looks in. Barco going to lift this one on the infield. Cooper Francis going to have a play in it. Does get above the lights. A little bit hard to see when it got up there. F4 is the recorded and 2 outs in the inning. The 8-hole hitter, Juan Patlan, in. But Patlan last time sat on that curveball, fell behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and then laced a curveball into left field for a single.
Don't throw him a curveball.
No, I wouldn't either. 1 for 2 on the night. He flew out to left his last time up. So Barco late on that one. That's kind of what fooled us last time. He was fouling those pitches off barely to the right side and then laced that pitch down the left side. First inning, him going to left again. So, mainly a pull hitter on that fastball behind Cheney's fastball there a couple of times. Coots are playing deep. Martin only about 3 steps behind the bag at third. Barco going to lift this one. It's going to be right in the air for Warren. Warren's going to secure it. F8, quick inning for Cheney. So at 83 pitches, works quickly. Gets 3 up, 3 down. Nobody crossing home plate. Cobra's still trailing in this ball game, 2-0.
Headed to the top of the lineup, bud.
Top of the lineup for the Cobras. Due up. Major LaRue, Cooper Francis, and Nick Kuchar need to get something scratched. You're watching Cobra Baseball on the Cobra Sports Network. Welcome back, Cobra fans. I'm Wade Quebeca alongside Rob Bargenbrook running the board for us tonight. Major LaRue, number 13, first baseman, steps in for the Cobras. He'll face Flores. Flores gets him on the first pitch, drops a curveball in there, and LaRue hits it off the end of the bat, lines out to the pitcher for the first out of the inning. Both pitchers enjoying quick innings the last 2 innings of work, and Cooper Francis is going to try to extend this one here. Francis is 0 for 2 on the night. Grounded out to the pitcher last time up. He will miss the first one for strike 1.
Need to try to scratch one here, Wade.
A few occasional raindrops coming down. And Lytle pitcher misses. Ball stays just inside. Nice breaking pitch by Flores there.
One of them 50-50 balls you're talking about.
That's it.
Depending on which side of the bleachers you're on.
Guarantee you this side was happy with it. The other one not so much. Francis is going to foul that one off. Fall behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Already 1 down in the inning as the leadoff hitter LaRue cues one off the end of the bat. Francis been a good hitter out of his 2-hole spot. He'll look at another curveball. Gonna get him looking. Really was expecting the heater there and got the curveball. That is the first strikeout for the top part of the order since the third inning. Yeah. Well, since the second inning when the first time through. But 6 strikeouts for the Cobras through the first 9, and then nobody again until Giannis the last inning, and Flores picks up his second strikeout here late in the game. This one misses just off the plate. As Kuchler steps in, the shortstop for the Cobras. Kuchler is 1 for 2 on the night. Single to center his first time up. Another hard hit ball up the middle. Last time looked like it might have had eyes for a base hit, but Kuchler fouled.
Backwards.
Yep. Fouled this one off. Shortstop made a good play on that ball from Nick last time up. So Nick's seeing the ball pretty well tonight. Hard contact twice. Kuchler going to get this ball, going to wind up in fair territory and be tossed over field by the pitcher. 1-3 for the third out of the inning. Quick inning of work. 6 innings of work.
Top of the 7th, buddy.
Top of the 7th. Cobras trailing 2-0.
You're watching Cobra Varsity Playoff Baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
Best network anywhere.
Lytle, 78.
Welcome back, Cobra Sports fans.
Few more raindrops coming down here. We're going to get the 7th inning kicked off here with a 9-hole hitter, Travis Norton. Norton has been a thorn in the Cobra side all night long. He is 2 for 2. Laid down a bunt down the third baseline with runners at first and second last inning. Last time up in the 4th for a base hit. Cheney again hits the bull on the other side.
Yeah.
Gonna miss high with that one.
Number 9.
1 ball, no strikes.
Lytle, number 9, Travis.
Norton got a single to right center his last time up. This one going to catch him on the foot, looked like. Umpire was checking with him. He was going to give him first base there. That looked something funny.
He's going to call him down. Ask him what he saw, I guess.
How can he see it better than you?
Yeah, umpire's going to ask for help from the first base umpire.
Well, it's definitely a ball.
Something sounded funny. 2-0 count. Not going to call him here. I kind of agree with him. I did look like it hit him off the foot. The ball slowed down and didn't
kind of change direction too.
Yeah. Even if it comes up off the ground right there, hitting him. Norton will look. Hitters count here. 2 balls, no strikes. And he will look at ball 3. Cheney behind 3-0. What did we say? 92 pitches on Cheney to start the inning. So 96 pitch here will split the middle of the zone for strike 1. Cheney working behind. From advice from the dugout, load up and be ready for this fastball. This one going to clip the top part of the zone, runs the count full. 50-50 pitch has not made the Pirates fans happy. Wind picking up.
Wind is picking up. Raindrops are getting bigger.
Sounds like we might have a little bit of a storm brewing in, so I want to get the 7th inning on. Gonna come back all the way and get Norton for the first time tonight. Strikeout number looks like 6 on the night for Cheney. One down, and he'll face the top of the order, Colin Wood. Of his 6 strikeouts, Wood has struck out twice against Cheney. That's his first strikeout since the 3rd inning. And Wood will look at the first one. It was strike 1. Last time Wood got behind 0-2 and then lifted a ball into center field that Bryce Warren retired him on. Wind picking up too, so sorry if you're picking up a little wind noise on the mics.
It is starting to pick up a little bit.
You know what? I'm beginning to think we might should have picked something up underneath the stands there, Rob.
Yeah, maybe so.
Cheney gonna miss on this one.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Top of the 7th.
Cheney working quicker, but gonna miss with that one. Pull that one low. So falling behind and coming all the way back to the first hitter. The second one, he gets ahead early and then is falling behind here 3-1. Cheney gonna split it right there. Run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pirate dugout aware of Cheney's pitch count as well, wanting to push him as high as he can here. And Wood gonna strike out for the 3rd time tonight versus Cheney. So quickly 2 down. Weston Jackson stepping in. Jackson hit a double in his first plate appearance of the night. Scored the first run of the night for the Pirates, but has struck out in the 3rd and flew out to left in the 5th. He is 1 for 3 on the night. Lefty on lefty matchup. Cheney gonna feed him a fastball. Gonna get past Kuchler. And Jackson gonna have his 2nd hit of the night. A grounder into center field. 1 man aboard, but 2 outs. And Jair Flores, the pitcher. Flores, part of that back-to-back doubles that scored in the 1st inning, but flew out to the first baseman in the 3rd and lined out to center field in the 5th.
Well, we take a line out.
I'll take it out any way we can get it at this point. Flores
Strike 1.
catches that curveball, sends it straight back to the net. Like you said, Rob, strike 1.
12-second rule. Throw it again. He'll foul it off.
Yeah.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. Oh.
This time, Jair laces it to center, line out to Bryce Warren again.
There we go.
Cobra's
Take it.
3 more outs, chasing 2 runs. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th inning. You're watching Cobra Baseball on the Cobra Sports Network.
Best network anywhere. Welcome back, Cobra sports fans.
As we expected, rain coming in from the west right now. We just took a look at the weather radar. It's coming in. Looks like it'll be here about 9 o'clock. Hoping to get these last 3 in, but hoping it happens with Cobra runs coming across home plate before it does.
That sounds good to me.
Sam's going to look at the curveball dropped in there for the first strike by Flores. This one, Flores is going to bounce in the dirt, get all the way to the backstop.
That's when you wish you had a base runner.
Yeah. Kurtz is 1 for 2 on the night. Struck out his first time up, but laced a single into right center, his second, lifting it just over the second baseman's head.
Wait, we might have to go to the stands before this is over with.
This one's going to drop, clip the bottom part of the zone by his knees on the inside corner. Kurtz falls behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Kurt's going to lunge at that curveball, misses low, and Flores strikes out the 4-hole hitter. Cobra's down to their final 2 outs. Leadoff runner goes down. Bryce Warren steps in. Bryce is 0 for 2. 1 strikeout on the night. Flew out to shortstop his last time up. Somehow Cobras need to get 1 man aboard, bring the tying run to the plate in this inning. Easton LaRue waiting on deck as Warren looks at ball 1. Fouls this one off, actually way ahead of that fastball.
Yeah.
Loading up for it, but was way ahead of it. Cues it off the end of the bat. Rolls over towards the Pirate dugout.
He's seen a lot of fastballs tonight.
Flores digging in that glove and expecting a curveball here, and he does. Drops a curveball in. It's going to get called a strike. Thought it might have been left off the inside part of the plate there. But right at the knees. He's not digging.
Of course, the umpire doesn't want to get wet either.
Here comes the fastball. Nope, he throws him another off-speed. Breaking ball. Warren swings right over it for the 2nd strikeout of the inning. Cobra's down to their last out.
Cobra's down to their last out.
Easton LaRue entered tonight 0 for 6, but he's got a ringing single to center field his first time up. Flew out to the first baseman his second on a 1 pitch, 1 swing. LaRue going to get the 3rd curveball in a row. He's ready for it. Fouls it straight back. Cooper Martin quick to go retrieve that ball from the on-deck circle. Easton reset, ready for the pitch from Flores. This one going to fade off the plate. Throws him another something spinner. Looked like that might have been trying to throw him a slider there. It just kind of spun, did not break really well. LaRue times up that fastball, fades off and out of play on the right side. So Cobra's down to their last strike now. Nice contact there by LaRue, just a little bit late on it. After seeing nothing but breaking pitches on the last couple, times up that fastball.
Takes first pitch off here.
And LaRue going to go down looking. Flores strikes out the side, takes game 1. We will be back here tomorrow.
We're 2 games, hopefully.
2 games, that's right. So stick with us for a while tomorrow. What time is tomorrow's game, Will? 5 o'clock? Right back here on the Cobra Sports Network. 5 o'clock. Right back here in Farm City.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Be safe, God.
Thanks, everybody, for watching tonight.
And as always,
Good night and go Cobras. Okay, we can watch until the end.